Alright, so right here, as you can see, Autism, the Fight Inside. It's a book that I wrote and edited, published successfully. And I'm going to go ahead and read you chapter 2 and why I'm a targeted individual and why LPD wants me dead. And this is all documented. This is all factual documentation. This is real life documentation. Here we go, chapter 2, page 23. The book Autism, the Fight Inside. Autism is a developmental disability. However, in some cases, autism is not recognized by the human eye, due to the fact that there are those who have less symptoms with the diagnosis, yet they are still very disabled. Here we go. I was brought into a small room in handcuffs, and the officer led me to a chair. I was seated in a plastic chair behind a table. The officer came in the room with the photo of Hawkboy and me, outside of an apartment complex near where the robbery took place. The police officer removed my handcuffs. Is this you? The officer placed the photo on the table. No, I said. Well, it looks like you, he said. The officer was wearing a blue uniform. He had a gun on his waistband. He had a short haircut, and it looked military. He had brown skin and brown eyes. It's not me, I said, honest. Well, we know it's you, he said. Okay, it's me, but the photo doesn't tell the whole story, I said. Did you rob Chico Hernandez? Who? Chico, he said. No, I didn't rob anyone, I said. I was there, but I didn't rob anyone. You were there, but you didn't rob anyone, question mark. The officer wasn't convinced, and he was being sarcastic. No, honest, I didn't rob anyone, I said. But you were there, question mark. Yeah, I was there, I said. Okay, you're under arrest for the robbery of Chico Hernandez, he announced. You have the right to remain silent. Whoa, hold on, I said. You have the right to an attorney, and if you can't afford one, we will appoint one to you. Wow. That's the first couple pages, chapter 2, the police. Anyone could get this book. It's on Amazon, eBay, Goodreads, iTunes, Audible, the library, city libraries, funded by the taxpayer, 10 different countries around the world, the globe. Someone in France could be reading this book right now. Someone in Germany. Someone in Italy. Someone in America. Fact of the matter is, they charged me for a crime I didn't do, but because I was placed there, they assumed I did it, violating my 14th Amendment, U.S. Code 42, 12101, equal rights, liberation, liberty, pursuit of happiness, free of cruel and unusual punishment, freedom of press. They want to kill me for writing this. Freedom to ready the grievance. I had 2 cases, 2 different attorneys, one in front of 2 different judges. The cases were already assigned, and yet my attorneys came to me, Joy Schiffer Miller, Abby Osborne, and asked me to dismiss the case. And I said no, I don't want to. And they argued with me, my own representative attorneys. The judges didn't turn them away, and my attorneys did not tell me they turned them away either. They have an obligation to communicate with you about your case, what's happening, and that's not one of the things that happened. So again, U.S. Code 42, 12101. Now what are they trying to do? Well, these police officers are trying to build a fake case like they did with the Central Park 5 and also the Norfolk 4, and the Beatrice 6. It's interesting because I have a name, a title, a status, a level, a bar. I won awards for this book. I won awards for it. I was put in a Midwest Book Review Hall of Fame. I won awards for this book. It was the first book I ever wrote in my life. And it was the most successful book I've ever written. Let me tell you something. I had been writing for years and years and years as a coping skill. I had gotten so gifted at it that eventually, while taking up English courses, I was in college for a little bit, creative writing skills. I dropped out of college and dropped out of a band to write this book. Now, you tell me that's not motive for LPD to want to do some crazy shit. Build a fake case. I was at the park and some Asian kid gouged in my freaking hand when I had the ball and took my skin out. Who knows what he did with my skin? I don't fucking know. I don't. But thankfully I have witnesses. Thankfully I have family that know about it. They're all aware of it. And so that's one obstacle they would have to get over. But that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. Is they use these fake individuals in your life to try to do crap, put you somewhere. And I find it very interesting that there was a police officer undercover watching me at the basketball court, taking notes on me. I mean, they're already building this fake bull crap. Giving my mom these messages, and my mom called me. My mom's like, Austin, I thought this was bizarre, and I gotta tell you what's going on. So my mom tells me. My mom doesn't even say to me, Austin, are you using drugs? Because she knows I doesn't. And she knows I won't, and I don't. So what happened is, my mom said, this is weird. She didn't say or accuse me or question me. No, she said this is weird. We already know it's weird. See what I'm saying? The fact that someone's going to call my mom and the only thing I do is vape. You got to buy that at the store. I don't smoke weed. I don't do meth. I don't do coke. I don't do heroin. I don't do any drugs, street drugs. You'll never see me buying street drugs ever. I hate drugs. Prohibition is legal. It's the only constitutional amendment that got completely eradicated, adjudicated, whatever you want to call it. It's no longer in existence. It's where they used to ban prohibition alcohol. I don't drink either. And if I do, which my family knows, I will only have maybe a beer. In the matter of 3 months, I was sober for a whole entire year. And the last thing I had was a margarita, and it was only one of them. And that's when I took my mom to a birthday, her birthday. And I had another person witness, that's all I had, for a whole entire year. So I don't drink to get drunk. Drugs are not my forte. It's a waste of money. And it ruins your life. I would not be on this status if I was on drugs, people. That's my point. And that's why LPD's gang stalking me, following me when I'm at my peaceful area. And so we're doing things behind the scenes LPD doesn't know about. Where we're doing our own put together, our own things that we're putting together as my family, as the individuals that care for me. We're putting stuff together and we're being cautious with the evidence that we are building. We can't talk about the evidence we have. We're not going to name specific individuals involved. But we got it. Believe me. Believe me. So there ain't no way they're going to put me in a situation like Beatrice 6 or the Central Park 5 or the Norfolk 4. There ain't no way. because I got a team of people that care about me enough that are going to make sure it don't happen. See, because we know they're my enemy, right? We knew that from the jump when they locked me up in 2009. Even though U.S. Code 4212101 of 1990 revised 2008, mind you, and in 2009 they completely ignore that. Oh, I guess it didn't exist because at the time I didn't know about it. And yet it's in the Constitution, USC, meaning United States Congress, and at the same exact time, you took an oath to protect that code, LPD. So that's why they ain't trying to help nobody. They don't want to help. If I ever call a dispatch just to make a complaint, tell your cops to stop harassing me. That's the only time I ever call. I got people to witness that, right? My homie knows. Everyone knows. Every single person knows me well enough that I don't trust the cops. You think I'm gonna write this book just to trust the police? A year later? You think I'm gonna write this book just to trust the police 3 years later? Come on, man. You got me screwed up. Whew. No, I don't trust them. They hide behind a badge. They lock disabled people up because they want to meet a quota while it's causing the taxpayer to pay a shit ton of money. And I'll even put the link to U.S. Code 4212101 1990 and 2008. I'll even put that link in this video so you could click on it and you can look at the law yourself. And it is a passed law. It was passed. Yes, sir. So, again, they can keep trying to get at me, keep trying to build a case. Because at the end of the day, if there are cops that have time to do that, because we know they got too much time on their hands. We do. They'll say, well, we're fighting bad guys. We're fighting crime. If that's the case, tell me why right outside of a police station on 27th and Hold Ridge this year, there was a 40-year-old man that was shot to death right in front of the police station. They had time to get away, and you weren't there. And you had all those cop cars there, all those officers in there. You were probably drinking coffee, talking to each other, putting these plans together. How are we going to get Austin Bauer? How are we going to ruin his life? We already locked him up, this and this. So our agenda of our team, we'll put 5 officers here. They'll be doing this over here, collaborating a case, getting fake witnesses we could use. We'll build these little pieces of evidence so that way he could look like Stephen Avery, and we're going to laugh our ass off when he gets life in prison. My point exactly. But it ain't going to go down like that because I got people in my corner. Some of them are paid for. Oh, yeah. I got money. I got money. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You could ask me about my royalties, taxes. You could go into all that shit. You could go into all that. But there are certain laws that protect me because I'm educated, buddy. You could say, well, we have a right to look at this. Oh, and by the way, at the same time, you also got to pay this back or this back. Actually, in this code, which I'm saving for myself, I'm not going to say on here, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm only going to use it when it needs to come out. But I will talk about U.S. Code 4212101 because that pertains to everybody right now. But pertaining to my own personal case with everything going on, I'm saving those goodies for me. See, what I do on my spare time, I love to read. I love to educate. I love to write. I write so much. I just write my thoughts. I do research. I write down little things that are important to me, different codes and laws. By the way, I'm going to law school. Yep. I'm going to be going to law school. So these are kinds of things that LPD wants to prevent, right? I mean, you got an educated autistic guy helping the community, and they're making bank off locking autistic people up. I'm a threat to their quota payment. So as I said before, you can go ahead and keep building up this fake crap you got that doesn't exist, doing what you want. But I'm going to tell you something. While you're scheming, doing that shit, you ain't got no idea what I'm doing behind the scenes. Don't forget who my daddy was. Don't forget who my great-grandfather was or my grandpa was. Don't forget that they're all military intelligence. Don't forget that. Because you have a tendency to forget who you're fucking with. You do. My great-grandfather, William Altengati. William Altengati. Or Gotney, however you want to pronounce it. Full-blooded Native American. Full-blooded. He was a windtalker. I have his obituary. My name is listed in there as his great-grandson, by the way. My father's name is listed in there as his grandson. And my grandpa, grandma, even my mom is listed in the obituary. My cousin is listed in the obituary of who is his next of kin. And he's full-blooded. And he worked with the United States Air Force Intelligence as a windtalker during the Cold War and helped defeat the Soviet nation, Soviet-Russian nation during the Cold War. And he was involved in defeating Nazi Germany. That's what my great-grandfather did. He's rolling in his grave right now to you racist neo-Nazi cops who carry a swastika that my freaking great-grandfather died to get rid of. 26 years of service. He's passed away now. He did not die in war. He survived through it all. But he passed away. So when I say died, what I mean is his service carries on even after his death. So some of you may not have caught on to that. If you didn't, I'm sorry. So with that being said, I'm going to make another related video specifically to my great-grandfather. I'm going to show you the obituary and everything. And this time I'll try to be kind about it. I tried to make another video about it. It wasn't as kind. You know, I was upset because of all the negative feedback I get, especially from the Caucasian white community. Man, you know how many times, I swear to you, you know how many times they talk down to me and say, you don't look Native American. You got facial hair. Wow. Don't you realize I'm half Caucasian too? I guess that went right over your head. Yeah, it did. It really did. Took your toupee right off. Took your weave right off. Anyways, wanted to make this video just to let people know what's going on. What kind of crap I gotta go through. Kind of the team effort I have to protect me, my constitution, and my freedom as these cops scheme and do other crap. So with that being said, I'm going to upload this video to all my fans. I love you guys. To LPD, keep hating. That's all you do. You have a motive to want to kill me. So everyone knows it. No one's blinded to it. We know what's going on. Peace.